A quick warning before we start. This guide is a spoiler for the Dawntrail story. If you aren't up to this yet, I'd recommend clicking away and coming back when you're up to this dungeon. If you don't mind being spoiled or are ready to dive in, let's continue. Hi, I'm the Scrub and you're here for one reason. Time to download all of our memories and be uploaded to the cloud. Remember to delete your browser history first. Look, this isn't the first hard drive I've defragmented and formatted, and it certainly won't be the last. Let's just hope that the Queen doesn't rename herself to System 32. Time to learn about Alexandria. Simplified. If you're using the duty support system, I'd recommend single-pulling this dungeon. Head down the stairs and begin to run through the village. As you turn around the corner to the left, 3 androids will appear and erect a barrier behind them. Just defeat them to continue. Head up the stairs and round the corner to the right when you reach the top. 3 hounds will appear at the bottom of the stairs. Pick these up and head to the top of the stairs where 3 more droids will spawn in. Group everything up, avoid all of the AoEs as best you can, and kill everything. When everything has been defeated, another droid, this time an elephant, will spawn in. Watch out for the elephant's conal AoE cast of Siphon as it will drag you in towards itself. This may leave you vulnerable for its next cast of Trunk Smash, but you can easily dodge it as the move won't stun you. Defeat this elephant for the barrier to drop. Walk into the pixelated area to be whisked away to the next area. First boss time. Antivirus X does not move or face a different direction for the whole fight. Imagine that its butt has been nail-gunned to the floor. Immune response is a wide conal AoE towards the open area of the arena. Just dodge out of it to avoid it. If you get hit by this, you'll get a Vuln stack. The first time this goes off, it will cover the outside wall of the arena with an electric glow. Touching this wall will give you an electrocution dot tick for 15 seconds. The next cast of immune response will be a massive 240-degree AoE behind it and to its sides. Just move in front of Antivirus X to dodge this. Again, getting hit by this will give you a Vuln stack. There will be text on screen and in the chat that says Foreign Entity Removal Initiated. This will change the floor to a simpler design with 5 small purple circles around the boss. On one side of the boss, there will be a purple line that will hit all of the circles on the ground one by one and give them one of 2 symbols. If it gives the spot a plus symbol, this will be a plus pattern of straight line AoEs from this spot. The AoEs will be fairly narrow so you can dodge around them as best you can. If it gives the spot a circle, this will be a donut AoE from the position of the circle, so you'll need to get inside the circle to dodge this. If you get hit by a straight line AoE or you fail to get inside the donut, you'll get a Vuln stack. As the last symbol fires off, the arena will subtly change back to normal. Be aware of the immune response AoEs as the mechanic finishes. After this will be the cast of Quarantine. This will be a medium-sized circular AoE tank buster to the tank and a stack marker to a random player, so the tank will need to get away from the rest of the party as they group up to share the damage. If a player tries to stack with the tank, it might end badly for them if they are undergeared. When the next 5 symbols appear around the boss, it will now cast 2 immune responses instead of 1 and can either be the wide conal AoE or the frontal conal AoE. The first immune response cast will go off as the second symbol is resolving, and the second immune response cast will go off after the last symbol resolves. And finally, Cytolysis is a room-wide AoE. From here, mechanics will repeat until Antivirus X has been defeated. A few moments after the boss has phased away, the arena will glitch out and change the arena to open the new path for you. Follow the path to the northwest and make your way over the rubble. At the bottom of the stairs will be a pair of enemies, and there will be 3 winged enemies at the next set of stairs. The winged enemies can cast Laser Blade, which is a 270-degree AoE towards a random party member. You'll just need to get behind it to avoid the AoE. It can shock you if you see it for the first time, but don't worry because it doesn't do anything except damage if you can't make it to the safe spot. After everything has been defeated, the barrier at the top of the stairs will drop. Turn right at the top of the stairs and follow the path around to the left. As you cross the open area, a barrier will appear and a pair of enemies will spawn in. After these 2 have been defeated, 3 more enemies will spawn in. Group everything up, avoid the straight line AoEs from these enemies, and kill everything. When the barrier drops, you'll have to climb the crumbled house and wait for the small pile of rubble to drop before you can move to the next pixelated area, which will whisk you away and take you to the second boss. Electrowave is... again? Really? Electrowave is a room-wide AoE. The first time this goes off, it will bathe the arena in a purple electric glow. Touching this wall will give you, let me guess, an electrocution dot tick for 15 seconds? Nailed it. Amalgam will move into the middle of the room and cast Disassembly. It will pull itself apart, so just its core remains. The other parts of itself will drop next to the core in the middle and become tethered to it. This will always be joined diagonally across the arena. You'll need to see which way the parts continue to join up after it hits the corners. Move away from this section, as when the parts completely join over this half of the arena, it will explode in an AoE. Getting hit by this AoE will give you a Vuln stack and an Assumerable Paralysis debuff. Following this will be the casts of Centralized Current and Split Current. Centralized Current will be an expanding electric AoE in a straight line through its position in the direction it's facing, and Split Current will be an expanding electric AoE on the sides of the arena in the direction it's facing, where the safe zone will be in between them. Both of these will explode when each cast ends. Getting hit by either of these will give you a Vuln stack and an Assumerable Paralysis debuff. It will cast a Disassembly and start linking its parts together again, but as it's doing this, there will be purple energy circles that will be created on the north end of the arena. These will fire in a straight line after the parts have finished linking together. As this mechanic is happening, everyone will get a point-blank AoE that will go off a couple of seconds after the beams and the half of the arena go off. So you'll need to avoid the half of the arena that will be exploding and also avoid the energy beams and then spread out to avoid overlapping the AoEs as best you can. Amalgamite is a tank buster. The next cast of Disassembly will cause a circle AoE to appear underneath the feet of all players 3 times, one after the other. So everyone will need to dodge out of the AoEs and avoid the Vol stacks and paralysis debuff that these will give out if you get hit by them. There will also be the joining parts and the 4 purple energy beams on a side of the arena. So the safe area will be reduced to one narrow part of the arena without a purple energy beam. Everyone will also get the purple AoEs again, so everyone will need to spread out as best they can. Super Bolt will give one player a stack marker. Group up to share the damage. Ternary Charge will be a point blank AoE at the feet of the boss that will expand into larger donut AoEs as they go off. You'll just need to stand outside of the first point blank AoE and move into it as it goes off to dodge the rest of the AoEs. If you get hit by any of these AoEs, you'll get a Vol stack and an unsuitable paralysis debuff. From here, mechanics will repeat until Amalgam has been defeated. The arena will glitch out and create a new path for you. You'll be able to follow the path across the docks and pull the 2 groups of 3 enemies all the way to the next wall. Watch out for the circular AoE of Piercing Joust from the S3 android with the spear, as it will give you a small knockback if you get hit by it. Avoid all of the AoEs as best you can and kill everything. When everything has been defeated, the barrier will drop. Turn left and head across the rooftops. Pull the first pack of enemies and continue to the next pack just ahead. Avoid all of the AoEs, kill everything, the barrier will drop, and it's final boss time. Disruption is a room-wide AoE. The first time this is cast, it will create a warm glow around the outside of the arena. Touching this wall will give you a 15-second electrocution dot tick. Eliminator will move into the middle of the arena and cast Partition. The sword directly on the side of its body will begin to crackle with electricity. This will cleave the half of the arena on the side the sword is on. You'll need to get to the opposite side of the sword to dodge the attack. Getting hit by this half rim cleave will give you a Vol stack. Eliminator will then cast Reconfigured Partition. This will shift the sword from one side to the other and immediately cast the half rim cleave on this side when the cast ends. So you'll need to make sure that you dodge to the opposite side of the arena to the sword. It will then cast Subroutine. The elimination claw of the boss will appear on the east or west side of the arena and get a glow of light from its center with the cast of Terminate. This will fire a straight line AoE through the middle third of the arena. The boss will then cast another Reconfigured Partition and shift the sword to the opposite side to cleave the right side of the arena. Both of these AoEs will go off at the same time, so the northwest and southwest corners will be safe for this mechanic. Getting hit by the straight line AoE from the claw will give you a Vol stack. Eliminator will cast Subroutine again. The Elimbit node of the boss will appear on the south end of the arena and cast Halo of Destruction. This will spawn a circular pattern of lasers that will shrink to form a circle. After the cast ends, the lasers will fire outwards in a donut AoE, leaving only the inside part of the circle as the safe spot. At the same time as this, Eliminator will be casting another Partition, so make sure that you're on the correct side to avoid being hit. As both of these hits are about to go off, everyone will get a point blank AoE. So everyone will need to spread out and avoid overlapping these, as these will give out a stack of lightning resistance down 2. If you get hit with an overlap of these AoEs and are a non-tank player, you'll find out what happens when you get struck by lightning. One player will get a straight line stack marker with the cast of Overexposure. Group up to share the damage. The next cast of Subroutine will cause Eliminator to become untargetable and 6 posts will rise up from the arena. A bar labeled Charge will appear. If this bar fills, Eliminator will wipe the group. These lightning generator posts will begin to transfer their energy to Eliminator and grow the bar. The faster you eliminate the generators, the faster the ad phase will complete. The Claw and Elimbit will appear in the arena and perform their AoEs from previously in the fight, so make sure that you're aware of where they are and avoid the AoEs as best you can. Elimbit will also have a tracking straight line AoE to all players with the cast of Light of Salvation. All players will need to spread out and avoid overlapping these. There can also be another straight line stack marker with the cast of Light of Devotion from the Claw. When all of the generators have been defeated, Eliminator will return to the arena and perform its ultimate of Hollow Arc. The next cast of Subroutine will place a blue knockback AoE on one side of the arena. As the knockback is going out, Elimbit will create the tracking straight line AoEs to all players. So everyone will need to take the knockback and then spread out to avoid overlapping these AoEs. Alternatively, you can use knockback immunity to nullify the push. If you're still in the blue AoE when it goes off, you'll become mashed potatoes. When the straight line AoEs go off, you'll need to see if the boss is casting Partition or Reconfigured Partition and dodge to the appropriate side. The cast of Elimination will create 4 sets of a pair of straight line AoEs around the arena that will send out room-wide AoEs as they are created. After a few seconds, they will begin to glow brightly and explode in the order they were created in. The AoEs will be slightly wider than you're anticipating, but all you need to do is try your best and dodge around the arena to avoid being hit by them. You'll get a Vol stack per AoE you get hit by. Every second cast of Subroutine from here on out will either be Partition or Reconfigured Partition, along with the Halo of Destruction Donut AoE and the Turbinate straight line AoE from the Claw through the safe spot of the Donut AoE. The Claw's AoE will always go off after the Donut AoE goes off, so you'll have a few seconds to get away from the straight line AoE and into a safe zone. From here, mechanics will overlap and repeat until Eliminator has been defeated. Congratulations, you have completed Alexandria. My name is The Scrub. Thank you for watching.